Awesome. So just to get it moving. Yeah, so this is me on the right. I absolutely love this vision work. And this was one of the programs that I was a part of, where I was a facilitator for an organization called Her Invitation. It is British based, and I was very privileged to be the first person, woman of color, that was one of the facilitators of this program. So very proud of that. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of today. The reason you're here for this webinar, which I said is the 6 fundamental foundations needed for the creation of a purposeful next level vision for your life and business, is at the end of this webinar, I want you to walk out with, and it is my promise to you that you will walk out with deep clarity on the main non-negotiable you must consider when creating a compelling life vision, the core principles of developing a vision that will help you define your future success and help you to become a woman who not only creates, because it's one thing to create a dream, but it's another to manifest your dream. And then I'm going to give you practical, actionable next steps on the critical components to create a solid vision, action plan, and so much more. So even as you watch, as I said, say hello, let me know where you're streaming in from. It's always nice to have people in the room. Just say hello again. As I said, let me know where you're streaming in from, which is always lovely. And even those watching who will be watching on Facebook, please say hello. I'll be checking on your comments later on. So I want you to clasp your hand in mine, as you can see us here, and know that you are safe. As I said, this webinar will take me about 1 hour maximum, and I want you to gift yourself these 60 minutes with me. Gift them to you, get rid of all distractions, and allow yourself to be all in. So if you're all in, write for me in the chat, I am all in. You know, life has things happening. We're all busy. Things are, are moving. And of course, I would ask you to, as you're watching, to please invite not one friend, not 2 friends, but a couple of friends who you feel will benefit from this content. So who am I? Because some of you have not had an experience with me. I do not want to make the assumption that everybody knows me, because that's not possible. My name is Joanne Muturi, and I work with trailblazing, keyword trailblazing, ambitious professional women and female entrepreneurs who are looking to align with their life's purpose and build businesses that they fall deeply, madly in love with. If that's you, you're in the right room. And my mission is to empower women at a global level to not only honor themselves, but to live authentically and to their full potential. So if you want to honor your calling, and live authentically and live to the fullness of your potential, guess what? I am the coach for you. This is what I do, and I absolutely love it. A little more about me here on the left side, you can see me. That was in Las Vegas a couple of years ago. One of the passions I have on the side that many people may not know is I love tea. We have a tea company on the side that is called Hot Hall Limited. We do a variety of teas, orthodox tea, purple tea, green tea, all sorts, as you can see. And I was exhibiting for my beautiful country of origin, Kenya, at Las Vegas, and these were different samples of tea that people loved it. And why I'm saying this is because I am very multi-passionate. I coach, I teach, I do so many things, but I also love to pursue other passions outside of my core business. And that's part of my vision. My vision is to really be the fullest expression of myself in whatever way, shape, or form. And this comes out through my extracurricular activities and other things that I do outside of the core, which is my coaching. I've been coaching for 7 years, location independent coaching, meaning I coach from anywhere in the world. I have coached from everywhere in the world, including this picture on the left. I literally left the stand for a few minutes, for about an hour or so, left someone else to man the stand for me so that I could run a group coaching call while I was in Las Vegas. Wherever you are in the world and you run a location independent coaching business, that's the best gift, and I'm very grateful for that. I've coached and mentored hundreds of women. Actually, we're now going to the thousands, on the importance of living their best and meaningful lives with boldness, courage, and purpose now. What does now mean? If you follow me, you hear me saying this all the time. Now is not just the word now. Now is no opportunity wasted. We're not wasting time. That's why for me, this is my work. This is my calling. This is not, I don't have a plan B. This is it. This is what I've been called to do at this time of my life. Yes, I may evolve and do different things, but a lot of my work, I know my life work. This is my purpose is centered around teaching. I have had the privilege of standing on international stages as a speaker, and I've shared my story very often on resilience, grit, and unshakable confidence in my life calling. I have a podcast called The Next Level on Purpose podcast, where I share everything literally about my life. We're not going to go into deep into that because today is about vision, but a lot of my vision has been born through very difficult times, through tumultuous times when I didn't even know how to get to the other side of it is when I have been shaken into my calling, right? That shaken into my calling. So I've also been sought after as a thought leader in matters life purpose, personal development, leadership, self-confidence, and helping professional women launch and grow side businesses while still in corporate. I'm looking at this photo and I'm like, when did I wear those heels? Because right now, my friend, I don't think I can hack it. I think after the pandemic, our lives changed. Yeah, I'm used to flats now, but I used to rock these heels. Well, not anymore. Just saying. I'm an ambivert. That means I'm a mix between an introvert and an extrovert. Many people think I'm deeply extroverted, but that's not true. I am both. I have a very introverted side of me. But one thing I can tell you, whether I'm an ambivert, extrovert, introvert, that doesn't matter. I never go it alone. I'm not a lone wolf. I believe I was created to be a catalyst of change in women's lives. I love being supported. And why I share this image is because here are two very important women in my lives. On the right is one of my coaches. I've been in her, she's been in my world. I've been in her world since I think I began being coached. Her name is Rosetta. And on the left is my accountability partner, again, for the last 5 years or so. We hold each other accountable. We speak a lot, about our lives and, and how our businesses are. So I'm surrounded and many other friends and colleagues that support me. So, and of course, my family. I want you to understand that who you are is what you have to stand for. And that's what I stand for. I believe I was created to be a catalyst of change in women's lives and to help them. So if you're watching this, you're one of them, and to help you break free from debilitating thought patterns. Because once these patterns, they're shackles, they're strongholds, they keep you in a state of inertia. You cannot move forward with your life. But once you break through, the word breakthrough. So breakthrough means to literally cut through something hard. Once you break through, you get the ability to live your one royal life with boldness and courage. So I think that for me is more than a mandate. It's literally my calling, and I'm so grateful for that. So I don't even know how to say it. Once this work on thought patterns, and we're going to talk about that today, you will see how this frees you up to live your vision. Is this you? Are you stuck in the past, or you're filled with the despondency and despair of unfulfilled dreams? Do you often feel that you jump from one year to the next without really accomplishing much? Do you often drown in a sea of excuses and mediocrity? Well, I want you to lean in a little. Why do I want you to lean in a little? Because I've got you. I want you to know that we have 31 days left to the end of this year. And I want us to commit together to make some incredible things happen in the next 31 days. Next level vision is the difference between wanting to win and deserving to win. I'd want to see that in the chat. But I also want you to know that the common denominator between your past, your present, and your future is you. Write that, right in your notebook, the common denominator between your past, your present, and your future is you. This is, once you realize this is one of the foundational things, or one of the core things that has grounded me up until now to keep pursuing the things that matter to me. Because the more I realize that, you know what? My next level vision is between me wanting to win and deserving to win, and realizing that the only thing that would change in this life is me. And I would, when you think like that, you behave differently, yeah? You come with a different energy into the ring. So the first foundational point is commit yourself to crystal clarity in your 2024 vision. How you ask, I'll show you. So write for me in the chat. Are you ready to commit yourself to crystal clarity in your 2024 vision? Yes or no? It's as simple as that. Just write for me yes or no. If you are, stay with me. If you're not, I'd want you to ask yourself, why not? And I hope by the time I'm done with this presentation, you will be ready to commit, right? So just to go back, very quickly, I want you to remember what our topic is so that you know you're in the right webinar. The 6 fundamental foundations needed for the creation of a purposeful next level vision for your business and your life. And the first, and as I said, we're going to talk about the core principles, and I'm taking you through the 6 ones that will help you not only become a woman who creates, but also manifests her dreams, and of course, practical and actionable steps, right? So I was at the point where I was sharing with you the common denominator between your past, your present, and your future is you. So let's get into the 6 fundamental steps. 1, commit yourself to crystal clarity in your 2024 vision. How you ask, let me show you. So let's go. Ask yourself these questions, my darlings, right? Is what I'm working for in alignment with what I want? And interestingly, I can't see your comments. However, I hope that you are engaging and that you're seeing what I'm teaching. Ask yourself again, is what I'm working for in alignment with what I want? Yes, no. Are my goals, my values, and my vision working together? So some of you even tuned in, I can see you are in my 100 day sprint where we set our goals for Q4, and we've been working together for the last 100 days. So today is of course 31 days to go. And I've been with these ladies since the 22nd of September. And everything we do, we come back to these questions. Are you in alignment with your goals? Are you in alignment with your values and your vision? They must cohesively work together. Am I thinking about my vision and values when setting my goals? And I'm going to ask this because my values are very important to me. One of my core values is my faith. So everything to do with my vision is linked to my faith. And Habakkuk 2 says, the vision is for an appointed time. We must write, first it says, we must write the vision and make it plain. So how do you make it plain? By articulating it, doing a vision board, writing every single day. I write my goals every single day. I go through the things I need to take care in a day. And I'm going to read for you in the amplified version so you understand, because this vision work, it's not me shoving it down your throat. For me, as I said, my faith is a non-negotiable. So I want to bring for you Habakkuk 2:2. And those who are joining me right now, just say hello. I can see some of you have just joined in. I'm going to read NIV, and then I'm going to read, actually, let's start with New King James Version. It says, then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. To run is to take action. To run is to activate. To run is to do the thing. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Woo! But at the end, it will speak and it will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. The time for you to pursue your vision is now. The appointed time for your vision is now. And it's your responsibility to fight for your vision. It's your responsibility to defend your vision. Let's look for this in the Amplified. I'm not the one who has come with this information, right? The Amplified says, write the vision and engrave it. Can someone write for me in the chat? Engrave it. That means write it, engrave. I can't even put the meaning of the word engrave for you. Plainly on tablet so that the one who reads it will run. To run is an action word. You can write a vision and not have an action plan to make it happen. For the vision is yet for the appointed future time, it hurries toward the goal. Keyword, the goal of fulfillment. It will not fail. So you cannot live out your vision if you don't have a goal that is going to be attained to fruition. You really need to get that. And let's go to another one. Without vision, the people perish. This is, again, I did this in the last webinar last week. Where there is no vision, the people perish. That's a very, very scary and dangerous statement. When I say dangerous, you know what I mean. Can you imagine? If you don't have a vision, you will perish. But he that keepeth the law, that means the one who keeps that vision, happy is he. So if you don't have a vision for your life that is aligned to your values and your goals, I want you to ask yourself why. That's a very scary place to be. And thanks, Faith. Thanks, Josephine. Thanks, Wanga, for saying hello. And those of you, there are others who are not saying hi yet, but I see you all. And I'm glad that you are here with me. And those obviously watching on Facebook, I'm not checking Facebook right now because I'm concentrating on the Zoom wall. Let's look for this meaning. What does engrave mean? To engrave means to cut or carve, right? That means, you know, it's to cut or carve, deeply engrave something. To cut or carve as letters or designs on a hard surface. When I do my vision board every year and I teach my clients to do this, to cut words, pictures, or patterns into the surface. We do the vision on a corkboard. Or, you know, we give you the resources, and those who have joined the vision board event, I'm talking about it as we go through this. I'm very excited about it. You get the list of requirements of the things that you need to get so that we can create that vision board and have it engraved, right? But the vision phase, Josephine, one also said hello. I'm telling you, it's for an appointed time, and it's not something that you joke around with. It's something that we take seriously. So listen to me here. Listen to me. Those who have ears, right from in the chat, I am listening. Those with ears, hear me. Listen. There is greatness inside of you. You know, your calling and purpose is calling you out right now. You're on this live stream for a reason. You're not here randomly. Many people got this invite. I always say many people sign up for these things. But the few select that stand up, I believe this message is for them. And even you who's going to watch through the replay. But I always say when you're there live, there's a very special message for you. Receive it and run with it. This year has strengthened you and not weakened you. And this is also for me. Do you feel strengthened by the year? You're listening. Juliana is also here and she's listening. Has this year strengthened you? Right? Yes or no? Right, ladies, to everyone, not hosts and panelists, just tell me, has this year strengthened you? It has weakened you? For me, it has really strengthened me in so many ways, and I pray that it has done the same for you. Let me know that it has strengthened you or not. For me, it has strengthened me and taught me so much about myself. Look, you are still standing. That means you have, and those of you who in my 100-day sprint, you know, I talked about this. Stand. And I'm going to read for you my devotional today because this word is not a joke. And I always tell people when I say something and reiterate it many times. I'm not a guru. I'm nothing. I'm not one of those people who shove things. That's what I mean. When I say I'm nothing, I mean I don't shove things down people's throats. But if you listen to the word that I'm sharing with you, it will change your life. It will change your life. And today's message, this was my devotional, and it really struck a chord with me. Let me see if I can get it for you. Because I shared this with my 100-day sprint ladies. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull it up. But yes, this was, and I talked in the 100-day sprint ladies, and I've been talking about standing. And look again here, it is, look, you're still standing. That means you still have grit to push once more. You can still get it done. So this is the message I got today, called to stand. Your battle cry has come. Stand. Stand on the promises of God. Stand on his word. Stand on faith that God will move. For this is a moment of pressing, a time of unusual pressure, but you are called to stand in this season. Lay all the pieces of your life on the altar of God and wait for the fire of the Lord to fall on your heart. Psalm 5:3-8. Go and read it at your own time. Follow the biblical map God has given you. This is your vision. The biblical map is your vision. I'm not making up these words. This is confirmation that God has given you, and wear the armor of God, which contains truth, righteousness, and peace. When you're walking in your vision, you will be walking in your truth. You will be walking in righteousness, and you'll be peaceful because you are aligned to it. Do everything he has called you to do, and at the end of all this, stand. There's a calling for obedience right now. For though the devil may scheme, the Lord has already won. And it says this, Ephesians 6:13, therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything, to stand. After you have done everything, to stand. Look, today is the last day of the 11th month. We are still standing. We are now pushing into November, into December. I cannot wait. Tomorrow morning we wake up. The festivities are here. We start our 3-day event next week. December, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. Very special days. 2023 is not yet over. Let these next 31 days be the ones you take crazy, audacious action. Yes, it has strengthened you, Juliana. It has strengthened you, Faith, Josephine. I see your comments, ladies. Thank you so much. Right, for me, 2023 is not yet over. Put that. I want to see that, and I'm going to check Facebook in a short time. The second thing I want you to understand is you need to make a plan. Many people have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. I said this at the beginning. I have plan A. This is my plan A. This is my sugar daddy. I have no sponsor. This is it. But why? Because I make a plan, and I know, and I work on my vision every single day, and I make sure it's aligned. Any misalignment I deal with immediately. If there's an issue that needs to be aligned, Josephine, I go to it every single day. And if it's misaligned, out of the window it goes. Because this is not a plan C or a plan D for me. That's why I'll show up, even if it's for one person. If one person shows up for this webinar, I'll still teach. Why? Because I'm committed to this work. I want women's lives all over the world to change, because some other women have laid the path for me up until now. They have encouraged me. They have pushed me. Now I want to push to push you forward into your destiny, because someone else reminds me every single day or every single week that, Joanne, you have everything it takes. I want to be that for you. And these last few weeks are critical. They are critical. The ones leading to the next, this is not the time to coast. This is not the time to rest on your laurel. This time right here separates the good from the great. This is the time most people unconsciously slow down and get passed up by those who choose to step on the gas. Listen, it's okay. I mean, if you're like, oh, I'm done for the year, let me relax. That's your choice. That's okay. But I also want to say there are others like me. I'm stepping on the gas. I'm not stopping. Of course, I'll take a break, I'll rest, but I'm not purpose work is not work that is shoved to the side. It's daily work. Write that for me in the chat. It's daily. This is my life. It's not something that I can say, oh, I'm going to do it when I feel like. There's nothing like feeling here. It's a calling, and many women are attached to me. So it's not about me feeling like showing up. It is a commitment I have made. It is daily. And that's why, when I share the stuff, I write emails, I do these things. Sometimes people are like, oh my God, you're so committed. It's not about being committed. It is my life work. What else would I be doing if I'm not encouraging people and letting women know that this is for them? And I would be doing any woman a disservice, not even reminding her to attend the event. I'm going to be talking about that. I would be doing you a disservice, not following up. If you had expressed interest, you have to have a plan, a vivid and passionate vision, right, of where you desire to be is difficult to attain if you don't have a plan to get you there. And that's what we do at the Purposeful Next Level Woman 3-day event. We create the plan to get you where you want to go. A vision plan with the right elements will enhance the passion in you to make your vision a reality. One of my clients really blew my mind yesterday. One of her, she's in the 100-day sprint and she works with me one-on-one. And, we've been working on her business. And she said that before the end of November, she's going to run a webinar. And she ran her branding webinar. It was very successful. Yesterday, she taught very well. I was impressed because she had a vision. She had the game plan that I helped her outline, and we are still working on it. But you need to have a vivid and passionate vision, in as much as, most people are like, oh, I can do it on my own. I can tell you for a fact, if you would have done it on your own, you'd have done it already. A vision plan with the right elements. This is what I teach in my 3 days. With the right elements, not just any old elements. Right elements will enhance the passion in you to make your vision a reality. It becomes a non-negotiable, right? It becomes a non-negotiable. I want to see that in the chat. It becomes a non-negotiable. These women are planning. This is not something you just, let's see if I can do it. No, with or without me, even if it's with another coach, I have no attachment to that. I just have a clear vision of what you want in 2024. Once you know where you stand, you can then make a plan for your first quarter, Q1 2024. And what we do in the 3 days is we create not only for Q1, but for the entire 2024. I help you formulate a strategy that pushes your goals forward, not backwards. You will not go against your goals. You will go alongside your goals because your vision is pulling you forward. My vision is pulling me forward every single day. As I said, even if one person showed up, I'll still teach. Because my vision is not conditional. It's not conditional on numbers. It's not conditional on who shows up or doesn't show up. It's not conditional on what's happening in and around my life. There's always stuff happening. But I'm very aware of that. So I'm not going to wake up because someone annoyed me or irritated me or did this, that I'm not going to show up for my clients or for my calling. No, I don't mix issues. I'm here to serve, and that's what I want you to be like. To know that you have a servant's heart, right? Servant's heart in the chat. I have a servant's heart, and as a servant, there are two different things. There's servitude and a servant. Servitude is you're not a slave to anybody, but a servant is humble. You're willing to go the extra mile. You're willing to ensure that you help people, whether or not they see it, whether or not they reward you for it. You're not doing it for any reward. You're doing it because of your servant heart. So we do different things. And of course, I'm just showing you an outline there. You need to think about your vision. Those of you who have done my life purpose work, we do this life purpose program. You walk out with a clear mission. What's your mission? What are you here to do? Not your company's mission, not your organizational mission, not your business's mission. You. What's your vision statement? We create a vision statement, we create a mission statement. Juliana, I know you're here. You've done this work with me in CCC. I don't know who else is in CCC here, but we've done this work, setting your goals, your strategy, and an action plan. Look at this. What's your vision statements? What's your mission? What are your goals? And what strategy do you have? And what's the action plan to get you there? Number 3 is defining your values. I talk about this all the time. Values are your non-negotiables, right? My values are my non-negotiables. I want to see that. My values are my non-negotiables. Values are deeply held beliefs that define what is right and fundamentally important to you. For me, they're my non-negotiables. I've said faith, purpose, freedom, excellence, abundance. Those are my 5 key core values. I do not deviate from those 5. Abundance of health, abundance of wealth, abundance of relationships, abundance of giving, abundance. In every way, I'm abundant in every way. I don't operate in the scarcity zone. I don't at all. I smell scarcity. To me, it's very restrictive. It's very constricting. I can't deal with that. Why? Because I subscribe to John 10:10. I came to give you life and life in abundance. It's not me who is giving anyone that life. Jesus came to do that for me. And if he promised me that, why would I live less than that? And many, many people live the complete opposite. They live in a scarcity mindset. They live in a deprived manner. They are counting the pennies, right? They're eating off the breadcrumbs under the table. You're not here to eat and scrimp for breadcrumbs. You're here to eat the buffet, right? I am here to eat the full buffet, not scrimp for breadcrumbs. That's not what God created you for. So your values provide guidelines for your daily choices and actions. So for me, am I operating in the state of excellence? If I said that this webinar starts at 5 p.m., 5 p.m., I'm here. If I'm saying that my 100 days sprint is 100 days, I'm not going to wake up and just suddenly day 50 say, oh, guys, sorry, I can't finish this. What I start, I finish, because my values are integral to me. So your core values should be integral to you, and they're central in defining who you are, what you do, and where you're going. So it's these core values that determine what is really important to you as an individual. So my purpose, I eat, live, and breathe purpose, and that's why I teach purpose. So obviously, if I'm not living in my purpose, I'm not happy. I will feel constrained. That's why to me, teaching is so important, because I want every single woman under the sound of my voice to know that she has no reason to struggle. She has no reason to be broke. She has no reason to be in that state of asking herself, where will my next penny come from? Because your gifts make room for you. Your gifts will create wealth for you. You have been given, forget the exact word, and I'm going to find it. You've been given something to create wealth. Let me tell you what it is. I forget the exact word. I'll tell you right now. If someone knows, tell me. I'm forgetting the statement. There are so many. Can someone tell me? The ability. Thank you. Thank you. And even in another version, it says the power. Let me just pull it up for you, ladies. Thank you so much, Josephine. I was trying to think. Yeah, so Deuteronomy, right for me, Deuteronomy 8:17 to 18. I never make up this stuff. And beware lest you say in your mind and heart, my power and the might of my hand have gotten me this wealth. But you shall honestly remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power, right? The word power, to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which is what to your fathers as it is this day. What is a covenant? When God makes a covenant, he cannot renege on it. He cannot go back on it. So you need to understand your power. And that's why I'm saying you need to partake in your full buffet. Yeah? It does not say that, it's not saying that God gives you here, like this, the wealth. He gives you the power to create that wealth. That means you have the power to create. You have the power to obtain. You have the power to assimilate. And you have the power to possess that wealth. God gives the power. You're the one who works to obtain this wealth. But you cannot obtain this wealth without a vision. And that vision comes by the wisdom and power of God. I really hope I'm speaking to somebody. Say if I'm speaking to you, yes or no. Number 4, I want us to get rid of debilitating, limiting beliefs. These are the bottleneck of most of the women I work with. I need to drink something. You need to work on your limiting beliefs, each one of us. These are the bottleneck to really crystallizing your vision, and they hold you back from not only designing, but living the life that you really want and deserve. Let me tell you this. A lot of the women I talk to say they want one thing, but their actions are completely the opposite. You say you want wealth, you say you want health, you say you want the other, you say you want to create a life that is whatever, finish the sentence, but you do nothing about it. You never get the support that you need. You feel you can do it on your own, and year in, year out, you're going round and round the same mountain. Nothing is moving for you. You never invest in yourself in whatever form. It doesn't have to be with me, but you need to say to yourself that I'm setting aside a budget to work on me, because when you work on yourself, these bottlenecks will come out very clearly. When I started investing in myself, I'm telling you all the limiting beliefs that exist or came out of the woodworks. Why? Because I literally had a mirror in front of me. And working with the right coaches will help you be able to process this stuff, because we all have them. So here's some common limiting beliefs. I should be farther along than I am. I do not need anyone's help. I can figure it all out on my own. Another one I hear is things will never work out for me. I need fear to motivate me and keep me in check. We've not been given a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Write that: power, love, and a sound mind. Yeah? Oh, welcome, Judy. Nice to have you. Awesome. Glad to have you. I should be further along than I am. I do not need anyone's help. I can figure it all out on my own. Let me tell you what, if you could figure it out on your own, then don't complain when things are not going your way. Just continue figuring it out on your own and see where that will take you. Things will never work out for me. I need fear to motivate me and keep me in check. Fear, I've not been given a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I will never make enough money. There are people who are always saying, oh, I don't have money, but they're doing nothing to change the situation. If you don't have money, you have to ask yourself, why do I not have this money? And what do I need to do to change this ASAP? I will always have to struggle while others have it easier. A limiting belief is not a fact. It's what you have created in your head, and because it's been created in your head, you can uncreate it in your head, but you need to have a formula to do that. A reframe. I need to do more and more to be worthy. I taught the worthiness code, the Worthy Woman Masterclass, where I taught you don't need anything to be worthy. You're worthy just by the fact that the Lord God Almighty created you. You don't need to prove yourself to nobody. All you need to do is to live in your purpose and your calling, right? And when you walk in your purpose and your calling, you remember what I've just shared with you about power. And then you're a loving human being. You do everything with love. And then you have a sound mind. Little things don't piss you off. Little things don't make you lose your mind. Little things don't make you go fighting with people all over the place. You understand that, you know what? I'm here. I'm the bigger person. You hold your head with integrity. You hold your head high. You walk with the pride of the God who has put that tiara on your head. Say, I have a tiara on my head. So don't behave like some little nobody. You are someone very important. So how do you crush these limiting beliefs? Here's how do we crush them. Number one, because people are like, yeah, very well, you've shared the limiting beliefs. I always teach and give the answer. I don't just leave you hanging. I don't just give the limiting beliefs. I'll give you the solutions. Number one, you need to find the belief. So here, I give you examples right here. I should be further along. I do not need anyone's help. Things will never work out for me. Another one is I never make enough money, or I'm too old, or I'm too young, whatever it is. Or there are more people smarter than me, or I'm not worthy, all those things. So find the belief. So I want each one of you who's listening to me, whether on Facebook or here on the webinar, if there's an area in your life that isn't working the way you'd like to, I want you to write it down in your journal right now. I want to tell you there is most likely a limiting belief in there somewhere. And the very first challenge is to find out exactly what that belief is. If the belief is that there are other people who are doing better than you, or the belief, and some other people have a belief that the market they're in, the thing will not work. So like the people who will tell me, oh, you're good because in the UK, maybe coaching will work for you there. But I'm in Kenya, people don't buy coaching programs in Kenya. But guess what? I've coached hundreds of women in Kenya who become coaches and they make money. So it's not a geographical thing. We have to break those beliefs, because there are also coaches in the UK, in the US who are really struggling, not making any money. So you need to think about it. It's not a location, geographical limiting. It's you. And remember what I said here. Let's go back. The common denominator between your past, your present, and your future is you. It's not your coach. It's not your mother. It's not your father. It is you. It's not your spouse. So when you take full responsibility, your life will change. And many people don't take responsibility for their lives because they're always blaming someone who hurt them, who did what, or he broke my heart, or she bitched about me, or she did the other. Like, stop it. because those people, they are living their lives them. They are okay where they are. They're sleeping very well. But you have work to do, and your destiny is not tied to your limiting beliefs. You have to be like, no, I'm going to push through, and I'm not going to operate in a victim mindset. Yes, Judy, I am a victor. I am not a victim. I love when Joel Austin says that. He says it so nicely. I love it. Stop identifying with that belief. If your limiting belief is that you're indecisive, then the next step is to stop identifying yourself with that belief in mind that, oh, I'm an indecisive person. You're not. That's a label you have placed on yourself. And I always say this to my clients. A label is only meant for jars, not for people. Say a label is only meant for jars. Jar. A label on a jar, not on a person. So don't label yourself indecisive. Accept that is not the truth, but merely a belief that you think has become your truth. It's not the truth. Number 3, we learn to reframe language. I teach a lot of this work even through the 3-day Purposeful Next Level Woman event with the different speakers that are coming. And I want, as you reframe your language, I want you to start by telling yourself that the opposite is true. The best way to do this is, now that you've written the belief that you're grappling with, write the new, more empowering belief as an affirmation or a power mantra, then start saying it over and over and over. For those of you who attended my holiday, Navigating the Holidays yesterday, we talked a lot about reframing our language, even as we go to the villages or where we are going, and oh, the holidays are not hard. Reframe it. The holidays are the perfect time because we are celebrating Jesus is the reason for the season. And all these reframes, I use them all the time. It becomes an affirmation, a power mantra. I'm a motivated and confident woman. I have enough time and money to accomplish my goals. There is always enough money. Why? We live in an abundant universe, right? That I live in an abundant universe. Listen, my darlings, the suffering is always available, but it is not required. Many people choose the suffering, but suffering is not a requirement of you to live this life. Remember what I said the other day? Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So the suffering is going to always be available for you, but it is not a requirement. Don't allow yourself to suffer unnecessarily. Labels are only meant for jars. Number 4, you strengthen your new beliefs. Now that you know them, you've reframed them, think about what you can do to strengthen this new thinking. It can be, what actions am I going to take? What habits could I set up around this new belief? And what old habits can I break? Many of you know that the way I used to think I cannot lose weight. And I completely did this whole mindset work around it with my coaches, because I'm always being coached. And by the time I got health coach and support around also a local program called Slimming World here. So I had a health coach, a personal trainer, and Slimming World. So I pay for support. I don't skimp on money, because I always say the same God gives me the ability to create wealth will give me the money to pay these individuals. So I had to break habits. Like, one of the things is like, oh, I've never been slim, or this is my bones, please, all those statements, right? I had to break my limiting beliefs around losing the weight. And when I did, guess what? We are 25 kilos down. It's not a joke, but I had to do the hard work. I live in an abundant universe faith. And I also live I also believe in being coached so that I can break beliefs that are not helping me. And then also ask yourself, what quotes or inspirations could I find to remind me of this new thinking? And of course, I'll go back to scripture, always scriptural reference, Romans 12:2, and do not be conformed. And remember, when you hear the word and, it's an instruction. Do not, and do not, very sharp beginning, be conformed to this world any longer with its superficial values and customs. Wow, superficial values and customs, but be transformed and progressively changed as you mature spiritually. And that's why I said to you, it's not about feelings as I do my work, because I've matured spiritually in my calling. I've matured that I know it's not about, it's this time of the month, I don't feel like doing nothing. This is daily work. And until the day that God calls me home, many, 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 many years from now, Sometimes we are human beings. Life will happen. Things will be hard. I've had moments where I've had to take my foot off the gas because I've been going through, I was going through life situations. I'm human. But immediately I go through that phase, I pick myself up and I continue, stand. And even when the storms come, Joanne, stand. But that requires spiritual maturity, by the renewing of your mind, focusing on godly values and ethical attitudes, so that you may prove for yourselves what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. Track that for me. Good, acceptable, and perfect in his plan and purpose for you. Write that. Like in 100 years, in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. It has to be good, acceptable, and perfect, because it is plan and purpose for you, not Joanne's purpose and plan for you. Number 5, we're getting there, darlings. You look at the time, I'm going for Sleeping World. Brutally analyze your year. I have a feeling today I'm going to win an award. I just feel it in my bones. And those of you who are watching, ask me later. I really feel I'm going to hit a big award today. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I just have a feeling. Lord, surprise me, surprise. Anyway, brutally analyze your year-to-date results based on what you set out to do at the start of the year. Analyze brutally. This is not the time to be a softie on yourself. Oh, it's okay. Next year is coming. No. Why didn't you do what you said you're going to do? Because if you keep letting yourself off the hook, even 2024, you're going to let yourself off the hook. Your year-to-date results aren't dependent upon your upbringing. Yesterday, we talked about villages. You grew up in a village somewhere. There are other people in your village who were worse off than you, who are doing really well. They didn't let their circumstances about being brought up in whatever village or whatever poverty affect them. Why do we operate like we're the only ones with problems? Everyone has issues, right? Your education, your company, your spouse, the economy, or the latest bestseller on the self-help charts. These don't determine your results. Your results are entirely dependent upon you and your ability to deliver. I coach clients, but it's the clients who have to do the work. I support them, I guide them, I kick their butt. But guess what? They have to do the work. They have to do the work. Not 10.5 months, 11 months. We've finished November. Is more than enough by now to know. 11 months are gone. Today is the last day. If your current habits, attitudes, and strategies are helping or hindering your ability to drive results, you have only 1 month left, 31 days. So your results will never be greater than the vision and beliefs that you hold in your mind. Just think of that statement right now. Your results will never be greater than the vision and beliefs that you hold in your mind. Small thoughts and limited beliefs, and I have to add limited scarcity, lack beliefs, will only deliver small, scarce, lack, unimpressive results. Right now, this instant is the best time you'll ever have to reflect upon your year-to-date performance and figure out what things you need to do differently as you start fleshing out 2024. So to manifest your vision, here's what you need to do. Of course, attend my 3-day vision casting event, December 8th to 10th. It's a virtual event. So no excuses that you can, that, oh, I can't make it to the venue, I can't do the other. You do it from your house, the comfort of your house, in your pajamas, 3 days. People are coming in from the US at 4 a.m. People are coming in from the UK. People are coming in from Kenya, South Africa. So if I were you, I'd be like, I really want to be in that room, and I'm going to talk about it in one moment. To manifest your vision, here's what you need to do. You need to get serious and shine a flashlight to your soul. You shine a torch to your soul. You take inventory of what's working and what's not working, determine what stays and what goes, and most importantly, put together a plan of action that includes, number 1, clear priorities. We will talk about this. Challenging goals, not cute little goals that you'll just tick, tick, tick. Challenge yourself, push yourself. And then we also need enforceable deadlines and massive amounts of accountability. Massive. Eons and eons and eons of accountability. Number 6 is celebrate when everything is in alignment. You know why I'm saying this? I used to accomplish so many things, but because I was one of those people, next, 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 I never even noticed my accomplishments until one day I realized I'm actually living in what I used to pray for. I was living in my answered prayer, and I hadn't recognized because I was shooting for the next goal. And I had to stop, and I had to go and ask myself, Joanne, every time you make a stride, God blesses you with something, celebrate. So I love and I value a high touch client experience. My clients know that. They know they're not a statistic with me. I'm very approachable. They reach out to me. We are in each other's world. And when my clients show up and they crash their goals, like yesterday, those of you who were in my clients' webinar, you saw that, right? When they hit their income goals, I have to celebrate. I have to lean into celebrating that. Even if I adjust my income goal and I did not hit it because it was lower, I still celebrate what I got because there are people who are in the same industry and are not making any money at all. So the fact that, I have all these clients, our events, people are purchasing them. People are reaching out to me and asking me to be their coach. For me, I celebrate that because I'm operating in my sweet spot. When things are happening in alignment in your life and business, take a moment to acknowledge it. And it would be my honor to show you how I am helping my clients plan out their 2024 in the most stress-free and aligned way. But before we jump into 2024, it's time you decided to stop that pattern of just winging it and make a commitment to optimize and work out with a plan so that you're well positioned to start 2024 right. You cannot step into alignment with your God-given assignment with a lower level mindset and without a plan. You cannot wing it in this thing. You have to have a plan. Guess what would happen? You'll only keep going around the same mountain year in, year out. You don't want that. The good news is that we can fix this with the right support, mindset hacks, and tools. Guess what? I can help you get on the right track and help you build the fortitude, the resilience, and the grit to finish well and start well. Finish 2023 well and start 2024 even better. Listen to this statement I wrote. The last drop of gas, or you can call it petrol, in your fuel tank is the one that will bring you to your ultimate goal. That last drop of fuel is the one that will get you to your ultimate destination. Can someone say, I hear you? Write that, I hear you. Do you hear me or you don't hear me? I just want to know. Hear me or not? Do you hear me? You hear me? I know not everyone is commenting, and that's okay. I know some people are very quiet, but I hope you're hearing me. You hear me. Good, good. Thanks for those who are commenting. So let me introduce you to my 3-day Purposeful Next Level Woman Vision Creation Experience. First and foremost, I'm going to stop share for one moment because guess what? This coach had not opened the page. And obviously, some of you who are here have already signed up for the event. It's a no-brainer. Honestly, when I think about it, I'm like, this is it. Like, I don't know what else, which other event. And it may sound like I'm tooting my horn, but this is one of the most incredible events there is. And, even though it's my one, I can tell you for a fact, I'm very proud of what I've been able to create over the last the sixth or seventh one, I forget. Someone was reminding me yesterday that this is her 4th one. So this is actually going to be the 7th one, if I'm not wrong. So I'm not fluking it. I'm not one of those people who is just surfacing and saying, I'm doing this. I have been in the game for a long time and we've achieved much. With my clients, we've achieved much for me as an individual, and I'd want the same for you. So again, I'm not going to take long with this. The event is the 3-day Purposeful Next Level Woman. Tell me if you can see my screen. Let me know, yes or no, just so I can see. I know there's some who are not commenting, and that's okay, but just say that you can see. Oh, you can see. Faith, thank you so much. So if you're an ambitious, trailblazing, purpose-fueled woman who's done feeling stuck in your current circumstances and you need that jump start, you want that jump start for 2024, these 3 days will change your life. You're at early bird, it ends end of day tomorrow. 1st of December, it changes. It goes to 277. So 247, I beg your pardon. So early bird rate is ending tomorrow. It's $177. Get that. So if you're here and you're watching and you're like, I want to do it, you can pay in Kenya shillings, you can pay in whatever currency. But I want to say this. If you know that things need to change for you, I'm not going to go into all these stories because I'm going to put for you the link in the chat so you can look at it at your own time. but I just want to give you the gist of it. I put it in the chat for my people on Zoom. I want you to know that my desire is for you to craft the vision of your most empowered and liberated life now. If you're a coach, you're a mentor, you're an entrepreneur, you're a professional woman, you run a business, or even you're just employed, doesn't matter. You need to be in this room. Because as Cindy Trim says, and I love what she says, you have everything you need to prosper and increase in this season, but you cannot do it without a plan. So I have a whole story of how I started this event. And as I said, yeah, we've been running these events for 7 years now. And because during the pandemic is when I decided to move them from, they used to be in person. And now I moved them from in person to virtual because we've also increased in number. We've moved from we used to hold them in Kenya, and here in the UK. But since we've had women joining in from Europe, Africa, the US, and Asia. So I've opened it up so that other women can join us and stream in. And why do I share this? Because I got this vision randomly. But guess what? I obeyed. And many of you, God has given you an instruction, but you're not obeying. And you're not obeying because you're fearful. You're not obeying because you're like, it's okay, I'm going to do it someday. Who tells you you're going to be alive? You have to stop that sense of entitlement. So the same way this vision came to me randomly, I ran with it. Look, 7 years down the line, I am still teaching it, and it has been one of my greatest money makers. It's your turn, and I want to help you craft your vision. So you can pay in dollars. I'll show you how to click. In Kenya shillings, you can pay by M-Pesa to this number. We are very soon getting our pay bill, but then asked me, the Safaricom said to me, I have to be physically in Kenya to get that activated. So in the meantime, that's my number. You can see it then. If you have any question, you can email me, but you have the M-Pesa option, it's there. Or you can pay directly with your card. So you'd come here, save your seat now, click on that, and then it would lead you to the payment page, which is here. You put your details. Remember, this is changing tomorrow. So I'm not going to put people's details, and then you can pay by credit card or PayPal. So if it's PayPal, you choose PayPal. If it's credit card, it's credit card, and you put in your credit card number there. I'm not going to put mine because you can see them there. And then the expiry date and the CVC number is a 3-digit number, and you just say register, as simple as ABC. If it's M-Pesa, the number is there. It's 26,700. If you want to join the program called Picture Perfect 2024, we have a rate going right now, early bird rate again, it's 14,700. So if you want to add that, it will come to 41,400. But if you just want the event, it's $177 or 26,700 shillings. So I just wanted to go back. So let's go back. So what do you get in these 3 days? Yeah. First and foremost, you live in, you be prepared to live in decision in the past and boldly declare your unapologetic life ambitions. There's so many things you need to read the page on your own, but I want you to know this. You will be creating a dedicated space and time to map out your ideal outcomes in every facet of your life. So we're going to look at your finances, your relationships. We're going to look at your life work, your purpose. We're going to look at your your space where you're at, your lifestyle, your friendships. All these things count. You're a holistic human being, your faith. So there's so much. So some of you, maybe in 2024, you want to write a book, you want to embrace a minimalist lifestyle, you want to find a life partner, you want to launch or scale your business, you want to relocate, move to other country, you want to heal your past. By the way, I have a very good speaker coming to talk about healing. You people, you're in for a treat. If you have issues that are plaguing you, we really have a deep inner healing session. I can't wait for that. So know that, for you to move forward, we need to help you process this stuff. So know that if you're open to processing and shedding your internal barriers, this is the place that is for you. It's time for you to bid farewell to these limiting, debilitating thoughts and patterns and obstacles that are hindering your vision and manifestation. And also, if you know and understand that the time has come to take inspired, aligned action, so that you can live your way in a way that surpasses your wildest expectations, better do it. And ladies, when I say that tomorrow is the last day for early bird, I mean it. Please don't come back and negotiate with me and start telling me, I wish I had known. When the price goes up, it's gone up, and the rate is the rate. And I want you to do what I say. Rumi says, live life as if everything is rigged in your favor. You have to be bold and confident that you're doing the right thing. So December 8th to 10th location, from the comfort of your own home. Thursday 7th is a check-in. I'll be the one doing the check-in myself. Before it's been my VA, I'm the one who's going to do the check-in so that I have a chat with you, ensure that you're ready. 8th, 9th, and 10th, as you can see, it starts at 9 a.m. My time ends at 3 p.m. East African time in Kenya, 12 p.m. ends at 6 p.m. And then for my Eastern Coast people, and they're coming in, it starts at 4 and ends at 10 a.m. their time, the US people in the Eastern time zone. Saturday the same, and Sunday the same. Of course, give us a bit of leeway. If you go a bit extra, half an hour, 45 minutes, please have room for that. So register yourself. Each day has a theme. You can see them there. I'm going to go through each one of them. But the healing session, my friends, you better be there. Me talking about igniting your latent potential, me taking you through the reflection of the year and how it's been, me helping you set your purposeful aligned goals. We have Kaine talking about from doubt to dominance. You've been listening to me, bringing in the speakers. Susie's going to come and speak about what it means to be parenting in these digital times, this digital era. So we have a parenting coach. I'm having speakers coming on to speak on leadership and what it means to be a leader in your area. So listen. And then, of course, we have Igniting Your Holistic Health by the lovely Felicia. You ladies, you will be mind blown by what these 3 days will be for you. So read for yourself. I'll put the link there. It's going to be amazing. So what do you get with the ticket? 3 days of vision casting, mindset and goal setting workshops by me and expert speakers, a detailed planning process for the entire 2024. I'm the one who takes you through that. Live Q&A with me and the speakers. Definitely, you'll have dedicated time for journaling, reflection, and planning. And remember, we're going to create your vision board. Authentic networking with like-minded, high vibe, trailblazing, purpose-fueled women. You'll get a digital retreat workbook. I'm actually sending the pre-event workbook tomorrow, and then the guest speakers have been announcing them one at a time. So you're also going to get other bonuses. I'm not going to go. We are very generous for this amount. It's a no-brainer. So I want you to fast forward to December 2024. Imagine waking up feeling December 2024, a time like now next year. Imagine you waking up feeling super aligned with your life vision and purpose, grateful and blessed that you decided to go all in and create a life and business you love. You are courageous and expansive, knowing that it's only going up from here, and confident as you shine your light brightly. No fears around being visible in your calling, and at the same time, deeply seeing and supporting others. As you're supporting others. And then you're happily making money with ease, because it just flows as a result of you passionately doing what you love. All this is possible for you because it has been possible for me, and sooner than you might think. It's only a week away. I know this because I've experienced this for hundreds of clients who have gone through this program year in, year out. So come, let's dare to believe for something bigger and bolder in 2024. Go read about me, my mission. I say when you're not honoring your life purpose, you're suffocating your soul. Read the legal disclaimers and everything else that is there. But gift yourself these 3 days to craft the vision of your most empowered and liberated life now. If I were you, I would sign up ASAP. Those who are watching on the webinar, let me know if you have any questions at all. But I want to go back and finish the presentation that we were having. I'm so excited for those 3 days, as you can tell. It's such a blessing to be able to take you all, those who are attending. It's going to be phenomenal. That's an understatement. And as I said, the price goes up tomorrow. If you're in, you're in. If you're not, it's okay. If you don't do it with me, do it with somebody else. But just make sure that you get your vision for be ready for 20. Don't just wing it. So we've talked about that. Early pricing ends. I said it was meant to end tonight, but I've extended to tomorrow, just saying. So it was meant to end November 30th, but I've extended to December 1st. So in this next 3-day vision creation experience, as I said, you'll discover how to design a foolproof monthly, weekly, and daily plan and a clear strategy so you will follow through. You will ensure to follow through. The importance of clarity on what you need to do daily. I've talked about this even as I've spoken today. So whether you join me or not, you've understood this is daily work. And then how to spot the roadblocks and obstacles to your success by being prepared in advance. I also teach you what success really means for you personally, not for the kerende, not for the group, not for the masses, for you, and how you can achieve it. How to increase your odds of success by working on your past conditioning. We've talked about that, about the limiting beliefs today, because that's what has given you the results you have you've gotten so far. We need to shatter them. We need to break them. And then how to remove self-doubt and instead build unshakable self-confidence. I love this. And again, being surrounded by an authentic high vibe community. Many of my clients get clients in this event. Many of my clients get new friends in this event. Many of my clients build relationships that last a lifetime through this event. And then obviously, you holding yourself accountable and making good on the promise that you made regarding your vision. You become a woman of integrity. You're a woman who keeps her word. Your word is your bond. So creating a vision for the upcoming year is the key to building success in every area of your life. It is the lasting foundation for your growth and for you to see incredible outcomes. It's what makes what looks like your impossible goals become possible. Early bird tickets are available until midnight tomorrow. It's correct. And we, again, as I said, extended from today to tomorrow. The link is there, bit.ly, Purposeful Next Level Woman. I already put it in the chat, and obviously grab it there. If you're still thinking about making your payment, stop thinking, just go ahead, close your eyes, do it for you. That's the best gift you can give yourself. And bonus number 7, this is me, this is my inner circle. We were with our coach last year. Amazing transformational experience. These ladies still remain a big part of my life. I absolutely love them. And it's because I allow myself to be held accountable and I walk in the right circles. It matters which circles you walk in. If you're walking with riffraffs, you become a riffraff. If you're walking with high-level people, right, you do it, you know? And Judy says, I look out for the next one because I have a 2-day event on this. Okay, awesome, no problem. The next one is in 2024, end of the year. It's an annual event. We run it only once a year. It only happens now, like every year at this time. So this is it. We are done. The next one will be this time next year by the grace of God. So guidance is critical to success, and this is where a coach provides value. The best coaches or mentors are individuals that have vested interest in seeing you do well. I have coaches who have vested interest in seeing me do well, and I'm that for my clients as well. And I have been applauded for creating a safe, non-judgmental, and conducive environment for my clients. Allow yourself to be held accountable to ensuring that you finish well by taking daily aligned and inspired action. And that's us. I love this photo with our coach, Laura, there in the middle. And this is me and Ronish. Some of you know she's a really good friend of mine. Accountability is the glue that ties commitment to the result. She holds me accountable. We absolutely adore each other. And she's been in my life. In fact, she's one of the speakers in last year's event. So yeah, Laura. I worked with Laura, have worked with Laura. She continues to be a mentor of mine. So yeah, so I don't hide who I work with. I share my coaches. Why? Because that's how I've grown. That's how I've developed. I've worked with Teresa Belfoy. Some of you may know that. I've worked with Rosetta Perman. I've worked with Bob Proctor here, who is on this slide, interestingly. I've worked with loads, Gemma Wentz. I've worked with so many. Currently, I'm working with Buki, amazing coach. So I'm supported. Some of you know my branding coach, Justin, worked with him for years. There's lots and lots. Some I've not mentioned because they're not coming right now, but I've never not had a coach. That's the bottom line. And I'm very happy to always invest in the right coaches. Accountability is the glue that ties commitment to the result. So don't procrastinate. Later is too late. Get started today. Bishop Rosie O'Neill says something I love. Procrastination is the arrogant assumption that you have the time tomorrow to do what God has for you to do today. So if you're asking yourself, should I be in this room? Please don't procrastinate. Don't have that arrogant assumption that you can do it tomorrow. Go on and do it today. Because if God purpose for you to be on this live stream. You're not here by coincidence. Ask yourself, where am I here? There's a message that is specifically for you. Take it and run with it. And even if you don't sign up, for the event, that's perfectly okay for me. I have poured into you with all my heart, and I hope you receive what I have taught you here. So looking forward, it is the end of December 2023. This is in a month from now. I want you to ask yourself, what incredible things did you accomplish as a result of your planning process? What are you grateful for sticking to and committing to with your accountability squad? Because you need to be supported. What will you be taking with you into 2024? And what will you not be taking with you into 2024? Screenshot this and answer those questions. And if you're brave enough, email them to me, send them to me at joanne@joannematuri.com, where we'll be doing a lot of this stuff at the 3-day event. So any questions, please put them in the chat. But if for any questions at all, thoughts, concerns, here, joanne@joannematuri.com, or you can DM me on my Instagram at purpose_cultivator. And those of you who have my number on WhatsApp, you can WhatsApp me, but this is the primary way of contacting me. I always read my messages. So that has been it for me. I need to go for my Slimming World right now. So thank you so much. I hope you have received what you came for and that it has landed in the right ears, those who have ears here. And I hope to see many of you on December 8th, 9th, and 10th. And those of you who have already registered, look out for the pre-event workbook tomorrow. It will be coming. I'll be opening the Facebook group tomorrow, Friday, because after that, the price goes up. And those who are in the ARC, we'll be shutting the doors in the middle of next week. So that's it from me. Thank you so much. Take care and God bless you. Take care. Bye. Say bye in the chat. Say thank you if you have enjoyed this, and I will see you in and around the streets. I'll probably be doing another one early next week, not a webinar, but just my usual, but the price will have gone up by then. So those of you who want to snag the early bird, do it today. Don't think about tomorrow, because as Bishop Rose O'Neill said, why are we pushing what we need to do tomorrow? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. And we will see you in and around the streets of this internet. Bye. God bless. Bye.